And guys, let's go ahead and move on to topic number 5. Stand on this, DC. I promise I'm going to get you guys out of here in time for them dragons. The topic number 5 is coming from Variety right now. Aquaman star Yahya Abdul-Mateen II says acting in movies like Aquaman is clown work. Wow. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, again, if you're reading this, if you're watching this, excuse me, via live or the replay, there's a link down to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. Why would he say this? But let's find out. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II's career thus far has included an Emmy-winning HBO Max's Watchmen, awards buzz for playing Bobby Seale in The Trial of Chicago 7, which was on Netflix, which is fantastic, and movies like Candyman, which was not, and Aquaman, which I did like, and The Matrix Resurrections, which is so-so. Such an eclectic balance of film and television products is a result of Abdul-Mateen's curation, as he made it a priority to balance out comic book tempos like Aquaman with more serious dramatic fare. I like that, though. You do one for you do one for them. The actor recently told Vulture that acting in a movie like Aquaman is clown work. So it's important for him to flex his acting muscles in other projects. Everything should be about getting to the truth, but sometimes you got to know which movie or genre you're in. Abdul-Mateen said something like Aquaman, that's clown work. Aquaman is not Trial of Chicago 7. You have to get over yourself. Larry, hold on. The actor added, in order to survive as an actor and do it well, you have to play that game and then be crafty about when you want to surprise the audience. The director of yourself with a little bit of wow. I didn't expect to see Shakovian Thing or August Wilson in Aquaman, but I did. Abdul starred opposite Jason Momoa in the DC tentpole Aquaman as David Kang Manta, a character he will be reprising in the upcoming sequel, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. The first movie grossed $1 billion. Larry, I like the film Aquaman. I thought it was great. I mean, it was kind of goofy to me the first time I saw it, but the second time I saw it, all of my issues went away, and it's like one of my favorite DC movies. I love to watch it at home with my colors bright as hell, with the surround sound, all those IMAX scenes. It's dope. And I like him as a character, and I think he's a phenomenal actor. And I will say there is a lot of truth to what he said. But why would he say it, for one? And how do you feel about this? Do you agree or disagree?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't very surprised when he said this at all, because there's so many actors out there that have been dogging comic book movies because, one, they're so sick of them, because like as fans, we enjoy them. We like watching them. As an actor, I imagine they do feel like the industry is just saturated with them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if you're an actor and you want to make a movie or be in a movie about some fantastic historical figure or something, and the studio heads are like, yeah, we're not going to make that movie till maybe 2025 because, you know, we need to get our big blockbusters in. We need to make up for lost time during the pandemic. So we're about to put out this new Superman movie or this new, you know, DC or Marvel movie, whatever. Everything's going to be a comic movie for the next couple of years. I can see where as an actor, you're like, I mean, you might get burned out on it. And there's been, he's not the only one. There's a lot of other actors and directors who have talked about and complained about so many comic book movies out there. So I'm not surprised that he would say that, because he comes off as one of those actors.
I got you. It goes on to say, while Abdul-Mateen called acting Aquaman clown work, other actors have been left more rattled by starring in comic book tempos, like Jake Gyllenhaal, who played the villainous Mysterio in Spider-Man Far From Home, had panic attacks on set because acting in such a genre proved harder than expected. It's hard, man. That acting is hard. All of it, Gyllenhaal told Howard Stern in 2021. The world is enormous, and I joined that world in a way to run a and I joined that world in a way that ran. I cannot read. That world is enormous, and I joined that world way into that run, a train that was already moving. Normally, I come in early on, and I get to figure it out. I was freaking out. It was a scene with Samuel Jackson, Tom Holland. There were a number of actors in that scene, and I remember not being able to remember my lines. I was the wooden board, and they were like, whoa. And that makes sense to me because with the Marvel movies, you know, they keep those scripts and all the story and plot point details under wraps. You know, you're not going to know necessarily what you're doing or saying, and maybe until you're on set. And so I can understand that be intimidating. And in defense of
that
Yahya,
was the situation that was intimidating for him. I don't think it was so much that role, because like he said, he usually comes in early. If he came in early on that role, if that role had been earlier in the run and it wasn't so deep, I don't think that role is any more complicated than any of the other Marvel movie roles or probably anything else that he's played. It's just when he came in. Not to mention you're acting opposite of Sam Jack and Tom Holland, who's been in there for a minute. I mean, you know.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? And you made me forget. Damn.
Sorry, man.
You good? Damn, shit. What was I gonna say?
I mean, imagine an actor coming in on like the 4th season of Game of Thrones. You know?
I got you. I know what I meant. What I was gonna say is, while there is truth to what he said, Yahya Abdul-Mateen talking about this is not Trial of Chicago 7. It's just, in my opinion, why would you say this? Just keep your opinion. Everybody knows that. Like, what he's saying, everybody knows. You know? So why say it? Why? It's just like there's no point. There's no point sometimes for a performer or entertainer to come out and voice their political views. You know, like there's no reason to do it. You're not going to win. The only thing you could possibly do is it can hurt you and make your sales go down. You know, it's not going to make your sales go up necessarily. And this is going to make certain people, not all, you know, steer away from the movie. And so I would even call it clown work because, you know, Logan is not there. I mean, there are some comic book properties where the whole production is exceptional, you know, high production, you know, very great lines and dialogue and story points that will move you and make you cry and all that. And so Aquaman, maybe not, but you know, that was just in poor taste. I mean, I'm a fan of the guy. I'm still going to support him, but that was just in poor taste to me.
I'll tell you why I don't think this really much matters in that sense is that the people who are likely to read that comment where it was at are the type that already know there's a lot of other actors and directors that feel that way. And that comment, that statement is not a surprise to them. It's not going to change their opinion one way or the other. People who like comic movies have already formulated their opinion about them. They either like them or they don't, or they like them sometimes or they don't. I don't think his opinion on there at this time is going to change anything. It's not like he gave that quote to like the Washington Times or the Washington Post or the New York Times, and it's like front page or something, or it's on the front page of Yahoo Entertainment or something. So I don't think that him saying it at this time really matters.
I got you. Just real quick.
Big ups to Lamont.
Of course, that's exactly what I'm looking for right now. Lamont Tyson with Get a Life Game, my brother. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Lamont, thank you so much, my brother. Give this man a like and send some super chats, my people. I do appreciate it, Lamont. Thank you so much, my brother. I wish you was here chopping it up with us. I'm pretty sure you have some wonderful things to say. And let me grab a few comments before we move on, because I gotta keep it going.
He hit you with that Tesla just split money.
I know. I'm not surprised Yahya said what he said either. He's on point. He's not the only actor, actress. Didn't he play Dr. Manhattan as a comic book character? Yeah, multiple comic book characters. I like the comic book movies and games. Is he saying the clown work doesn't flex his acting chops? Right, excuse me. He actually responded via tweet. Okay. I bet he's not complaining about the clown money though. True. How many people watch the well, a good point, but you know, I sometimes it's quality over quantity, you know, in my opinion, but you're not wrong with it too.
And this is one of those things where you get rid of that troll that just popped up. I'll just say this, that he made the comment in there also that you give one to them and you have one for you. One right. For them, one for you. When you are a artist or a creative type, you can't just let people tell you this is all you're going to do, because it will suck the creative energy out of you. It will zap your soul, and you will no longer be able to do the other thing that they want you to do well, because you won't have it in you to do it. So you have to go and sort of replenish all of that's lost, that they sucked out of you with this other thing. You have to go replenish that with something that you want to do. You have to go rejuvenate yourself. And for actors, that often means going to do maybe sometimes it's a small movie, sometimes it's a big movie, but oftentimes they're smaller movies, sometimes they're indie movies. Like you look at Halle Berry when she did that was not Monsters Ball. What was the other one she did with Billy Bob Thornton?
That was it, Monsters Ball.
Monsters Ball, yeah, Monsters Ball. That was a little tiny movie. It was an indie. I think she was only paid barely over scale, but it was one of those movies where she got to flex her acting muscles, and as a result, she ended up getting an Oscar for it, which was fantastic for her. But those are movies where people say, "I want to go do what I was trained to do." Yes, I can put on a costume. Yes, I can wear all kinds of makeup and have special effects around me, and I can go and say a few lines and punch some things, and that's fine and fun. But sometimes I want to be able to go out there and use all that emotional stuff that I have inside of me that I was taught to use, and flex it in a certain way. And that's what actors like to do. I don't ding them for that. I love it when actors go and make small movies, especially after they've done some big blockbusters.
Right on. Thank you, my brother. And again, guys, let us know what you think about Yahya Abdul-Mateen's second comments in the comment section. And again, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down to this article in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And 65.73 on RT, and this movie made a ton of money, $1.1 billion worldwide.
It's a nice amount of money.
It is.